Shell accused of profiteering bonanza, after record first quarter profits of $9.6 billion.
Here's a summary of the article.
Shell was accused of a profiteering bonanza, after it made record first quarter profits of more than $9.6 billion in the first 3 months of this year, even as oil and gas prices tumbled from last year's highs. Global oil prices averaged $81.70 a barrel in the first quarter of this year, according to Shell, down from $102.20 a barrel in the same period a year earlier, when Russia's invasion of Ukraine ignited a surge in oil and gas markets. Charlie Cronick, senior climate advisor at Greenpeace UK, said, "As temperatures soar from Madrid to Mogadishu, Shell is once again posting bumper profits while promising to keep extracting fossil fuels for years to come. It's time for the oil giants to start feeling the heat. The UK government should stop issuing new oil and gas licenses and force Shell and the rest of the industry to start using their obscene profits to pay for the damage that their fossil fuel habit is causing to lives and livelihoods around the world." The company reported a record annual profit of $40 billion for 2022 after posting better than expected profits in the final quarter of last year. A survey commissioned by Christian Aid, an international development charity, found that nearly 4 in 5 UK adults agreed that it is wrong for oil and gas companies to make record profits without taking responsibility for their role in causing the climate crisis. Patrick Watt, the chief executive of Christian Aid, said, "Record profits by fossil fuel companies like Shell and BP should be a wake-up call, and spur real accountability for the damage they are causing." That's not just Christian Aid's view, it's the view of an overwhelming majority of the British public. The UK government should be ensuring that major polluters meet their moral responsibility to repair the damage they have caused to the climate.
This post received a score of 27,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
But please, keep giving them government subsidies.
Those criminal looters need to be prosecuted decades ago.
They never will be. They are the same people who have had members of their family in politics for generations and other high-level positions at other big companies. It's time we realize we live in tiered society. America's aristocrat class really exists and it protects its members.
Maybe we should take these all the way up to the Supreme Court. Oh wait.
Old economics says that competition should be able to sell gas at a lower cost and still make a profit. New economics recognizes that there is high market concentration with such little competition that price fixing just naturally occurs. Oh, and I'm sure OPEC is to blame as well.
There is no competition,
only collusion.
I remember as a kid there was an intersection with 3 gas stations on separate corners. Regularly they would get into price wars and you could get gas cheaper than anywhere else. Now each station remains separate brands but are all owned by the same person, and the prices are always the same.
They wouldn't let their pet urinate on you if you were literally on fire. Corporate profiteering and lobbying is destroying the fabric of society.
They're destroying more than that. Our entire world is being destroyed and the evidence is there. On the low end of the average rate, one species goes extinct every 20 minutes entirely due to human activity, like pumping insane amounts of carbon dioxide into the air from fossil fuels.
And nobody talks about the threatening collapse of our insect populations. Between commercial pesticides and residential lawn care, we're on the verge of destroying every single insect we have. No insects means no anything. Oh, and we're about to run out of fertile topsoil due to poor commercial farming practices. Estimating only 60 years left with our current farming practices. There's a great Netflix documentary on the topic called Kiss the Ground.
If I recall my ecology class correctly, it takes something like 200 years for a single inch of topsoil to develop.
Where does all this money even go? It's such an silly amount.
Shareholders, people in the board of directors, investments too. That kind of stuff.
Let's remember that investment in this sense is not, here let me do something for you that improves you. Their kind of investment will be putting the money somewhere, where even more money will be sucked toward it. They'll hold it on a stick to attract more value of labor, and to hoard even more wealth. They'll spin it like it's supposed to be the usage of investment that's human and helps you.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes. And any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.